Hello guys, this is Miguel Olvera and today is day 119 of the 90-day challenge overtime for the law of attraction. And today we're going to have a very important video. Today is the summary, day number 11 of the 90-day challenge. So we're going to talk about doing things in a certain way. It's very important that we learn to do things in a certain way so we can get the proper results that we're seeking. So let's get started. Welcome back guys, this is Miguel Olvera. Today is day 119 of the 90-day challenge overtime for the law of attraction. And today we're going to talk about doing things in a certain way. Also, today is day 11 of the summary of the 90-day challenge. If this is the first time you see me, this is the first time of this video that you find from me. I have created about 118 videos which talk about the law of attraction and how to become a better person and how to reach certain goals. So today is just a summary of the 90-day challenge, and we're going to talk about how to do things in a certain way for us to be able to reach the goals, just like science. Okay? So definitely today we're going to talk about that, and want to make sure that you, if you have any questions or you want to reach me, feel free. First of all, put some comments in the bottom, or you are welcome to reach me direct by direct message or direct contact, or you have my email address. You're welcome to send me an email, and that way I'll be more than glad to answer any of your questions. But let's get started with the lesson today. Today we're going to talk about again how to do things, but doing them in a certain way so we can get the result that we want. It's just not just a matter of doing things. If you start doing things but you don't do them in a sequence, so to speak, you will be lost. You will not be able to reach your end goal. One of the things that's necessary for you to get started, it's courage. Because a lot of people, when you start doing something for yourself and you want to start learning more about you and you start getting into personal growth, you're going to get a lot of resistance, and a lot of people are going to start talking. Like I said, the naysayers are going to come and they're going to start telling you that it's just not worth your time. So you will need a lot of courage in case if you come across this type of individuals, the dream stealers like I call them, and you have to either separate from them or find another group of individuals, friends. So most of the time the most damaging people that you find they're against you are either your friends or your family. So be careful when you start talking about what you want to do and what you're going to encourage, or what you're encouraged to do, what goals you're trying to reach, because some of these dream stealers or naysayers are going to be all over the place. So I want to make sure that you are at least aware that you have to have a lot of courage. My mentor described courage the following way: the opposite of courage is not cowardice, it's conformity. So that's one of the most important ways to look at things. You have to have the opposite of conformity, which is courage. So I want to make sure that you are well prepared and let you know that you're gonna encounter a lot of people, hitting you, or a lot of people talking and might affect you in the way you think. But you just want to keep that up there and make sure that you're aware of that situation. Also, another thing that my mentor used to tell me is we become what we think about most of the time. Now, that probably you have heard before, but I want to make sure that what the author said, Earl Nightingale, is not just thinking. Remember, if we have just an idea here and we don't internalize the idea, nothing's going to happen. So when he said that we become what we think about most of the time, when he said most of the time is when you internalize it. We become what we think about most of the time. So you have to just not think about it, but you have to internalize it. That's the thing that you have to make sure that you are actually doing and doing it in a proper way. Another thing, and this is probably, we already went over this, but again, since this is a summary of the 90-day challenge, I want to go over it because I cannot go over this too many times. The more you hear it, the more you see it, the more you will understand it. Okay? One thing that I want to make sure that you know is that you have your card. Make sure you have your goal card and make sure that you wrote something in your goal card like I just did, and actually create your goals and look at them and make sure that you read them and make sure that you write every night and every morning your goals and go over them and actually internalize yourself or internalize your thinking about, creating your goals. One thing I want to make sure that you know that you're doing in a certain way is this. You're going to get ideas. You're going to get hunches. You're going to get intuitions. Or something is going to make you think about a certain way to do certain thing. So you're going to get ideas from the ether, from God, from the universe. You're going to get these ideas constantly, and you're going to have the power to choose. Like I said in a previous video, I believe it was yesterday, you have the power to choose either to to reject it or to keep it. But you have the power to choose. You also have your sensory factors. You can see, hear, smell, taste, and touch. And also don't forget that you have your intellectual factors. We talked about the intellectual factors in a previous video, so I don't want to go over them right now. But you have the power of those sensory factors and intellectual factors. Now, once you start getting ideas from the ether, from God, from intuition, from the universe, you have the power to choose these ideas. You have the power to reject them or you have the power to accept them. One thing that I want to make sure that if you start thinking negative is because you are actually looking at the outside and comparing the idea that you just got to the previous or past experience that you have. So if you start thinking negative about the idea that you just got, you will start creating worry and doubt. And as soon as you start creating worry and doubt, you're going to start creating fear and anxiety down here. Automatically. As soon as you get the idea and you compare it to past or previous experience, you will start thinking, you'll start worrying and doubting yourself and not being able to say, you know what, I think I can do it. You will create fear and you say, you know what, it's too risky, I don't want to do it. And then anxiety in your body will be like, oh my God, it's really not going to work. So for example, if you have a business opportunity, something that just popped in front of you and it's something that you really, really wanted to do, but you have a lot of bills. And when you start this business, you're going to start, thinking about how much money I'm going to get or how much money I'm going to start earning. And this person tells you, well, at the beginning, you're probably not going to make a lot of money. So the money is out. So right away, you're going to start doubting the idea. You're going to start feeling, fearing and not being able to get on that opportunity. And then anxiety will be like, no, you know what? It's not worth it. It's not worth the risk, blah, blah, blah. So you will start rationalizing and discounting the idea and not taking the opportunity, something that you really were looking for. And this is just, again, I'm using monetary examples so everybody can relate. You can use this for anything. Whatever you want to accomplish, you can do it. But I'm just using an example with money so everyone can relate. Now, if we turn it around and instead of thinking from the outside, we put a barrier here and we block the outside of whatever previous or past experience that you had, and you come across the same opportunity, you start thinking from the inside, you start thinking positive about it, you will have understanding. You will definitely have understanding, and then you will start creating faith instead of fear. And then you will have well-being. So you will definitely start thinking differently. Once you start blocking the outside and start thinking from within, you have to live, all your life, and you have to make all your decisions based from what you know, from what you feel, and what you think you are capable of doing. If you don't believe in yourself, you will never be able to go and try to do this side of the equation with understanding faith and getting well-being out of it. If you start doubting yourself, then definitely you're going to end up on this side of the world. That's exactly what I'm trying to illustrate here, guys. You have to do things in a certain way. You have to quit looking outside and let outside circumstances determine the way you think. You have to create your own world. You can do it. We are creative beings and we are capable of doing whatever we want. It's just a matter of putting ourselves and getting involved so we can create the proper behavior or create the correct circumstances for us to be able to reach our goal. Thank you very much, guys, for being with me today. Today was day 119. If you have any friends, relatives, or co-workers that you think will benefit from this, let them know. Tell them what we're doing. Even though it's 119th day, they can start from the beginning. Turn on your post notifications up here for Instagram, down here from Facebook and YouTube. Subscribe to the channel, subscribe to the channel, like, follow, and tag. And make sure that you tell as many people as you can what we're doing. If they don't take advantage of this, it's quite okay. It's their loss. Once you become successful, you can tell them, I told you so. Thank you very much. It was a journey. I still got one more video tomorrow. It was a journey for me. I hope that you got some value out of these videos. Tomorrow we're gonna close this series. I hope that you join me tomorrow. Tomorrow will be day 120. I'm really thrilled to let you know that I, at the beginning, didn't know I was gonna be able to do this, but now I'm one day away, so I'm definitely really hyper, really happy, and I hope that you got some value out of this. Thank you for your time today. Have yourself a great day, and I'll see you tomorrow.